This is a bit of a fun project. We're on my Stabicraft 1550 Fisher. It's a 2003 model, and because of that, and like most in recent years, I have an engine cutoff switch. So in the US, vessels under 26 feet with more than about 3 horsepower of power and who have an engine cutoff switch are now required to wear it when operating the vessel. This is for a whole variety of reasons: getting ejected from the vessel, when you get ejected from the vessel, getting run over by the vessel, or having the vessel proceed without you, which one, makes it a lot harder to self-rescue, and two, that vessel is going to go do some crazy things. I'm sure we've all seen videos of what happens when this occurs. So this, the red portion here is the standard engine cutoff. I've attached mine to a longer lanyard with a nice big hook on it so I can attach it to my life jacket. This also gives me some more room to move around various sections of the boat without having it come undone. And all that it takes is this thing pulls out, this little clip is off, and this is the cutoff, the engine cuts out. So it does what it says on the tin. So this is great if I'm aboard the boat and I get ejected. But the thing that occurs to me is that if I'm on the boat and somebody else is on the boat, I fall overboard with the engine cutoff attached to me, or anyone here on the helm falls overboard with the engine cutoff attached to them, how do we go adequately rescue them? Because there are circumstances where, you know, the boat could still be fairly far away. So what I like to do is carry a spare of these engine cutoffs. But the big question is, where should that spare live? If it's, you know, forward in my spare parts bucket, that's one thing, but that's only going to take me so far. So what I've done is I have 3D printed with double stick tape a little box that's going to live right here next to my whistle with a spare engine cutoff switch. This means that if this something happens to this cutoff switch for any reason, I've got the spare right here, highly visible, in a good location available. So that's the plan. This is actually the second one of these I've built. This one just holds the cutoff a little bit more securely. It's got a knob here for the cutoff clip itself. And what I've learned when I took off the one that I had here before is this 3M double stick tape is absolutely amazing. This is the really super heavy duty outdoor version. And it's so strong, in fact, it took me about 20 minutes to get the 2 strips that were this size back off of the aluminum before. So I really don't need nearly this much tape. So we're just going to take a second as we get ready to install this. Let's go ahead and we're just going to reduce the amount of tape here. Let's not do that quite so clearly over my leg. Cut away from myself. We'll do the same here. And this does not have to be perfect. It's going to be hidden. And let's just see if we can get these sections off moderately cleanly. There we go, pulling away. And you can just see how assertive and aggressive this stuff is. So maybe we'll come back in a little bit on the video once I've gotten this sorted out. All right, so there we go. Probably could have done that a little bit more cleanly if I wasn't videoing and was actually paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing. And we'll go back and we'll look at the requirements in the US and look up some of the requirements in Canada and Australia and New Zealand as well. And we can look at the 3D model of this item as well. So anyway, this is just a 3D modeled, printed on my Bamboo Labs printer. It's made out of PETG, and I think this sucker should live about there, and it should be. We're going to work on making it parallel with that upper strip fairly well. I just want it somewhere high visibility where you can see it. It's easy to get to, but it still leaves space down here for other things in the little well. All right, there we go. Emergency engine cutoff switch spare.